All right, man. We back with another episode of Rig NFL. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. It's week 15, man. We had a few big games this week. We had some stinkers too as well. I mean, we had Thursday night. Niners got cooked. No touchdown score. 12-6. LA. They keeping a little hot streak going on. Rams. Not the Rams. The Ravens smacked the shit out the Giants. Like I said, no shock there. Lamar had 5 passing touchdowns. Carolina Panthers, anytime they're a favorite, apparently they seem to lose. The defense did not show up, which hasn't showed up all year. And again, they got dominated by the Cowboys. Cowboys still ain't making the playoffs. Kansas City wins yet again. Mahomes left the game with an ankle injury. We've seen this shit 1,000 times. It's either knee injury or ankle injury. Yeah, he can somehow magically hobble and run and all that other shit. But again, for once, they actually covered the spread. Houston won 20-12, 2 through 3 picks, a hospital ball to Dubois, I don't know how to pronounce that. And Tua's trying to start his own little concussion club. CJ Stroud, he went for 18-26, 131 yards, 2 tutties, got sacked 4 times. Houston probably ain't gonna do shit in the playoffs, to be quite frank. Bengals beat the Titans. Zach Taylor, Joe Burrow argued after the Cincy last score or the last touchdown to run up the score because Brian Callahan is one of Zach Taylor's friends. They used to coach together, all that other shit. And the Bengals they're gonna be mediocre. Next year they're gonna be mediocre. This is what they do. Even if they manage to keep Jamar Chase, they're gonna be mediocre. They didn't hit their ceiling with that Super Bowl. Or Super Bowl appearance, should I say. The Commies ended up beating New Orleans. Greg Joseph missed the field goal for Washington. New Orleans drove the ball down the field, scored a touchdown. Spencer Rattler touchdown pass. They went for 2 instead of tying to send it into OT. They did not get the 2-point conversion. Ended up losing by 1 point, 20-19. New Orleans used 3 quarterbacks. Spencer Rattler had to come in for Jake Haener, who got benched. The Jets finally won a close game. They drove late down the field. With a minute left, the Jags, they had one last try. Mac Jones threw a pick straight to Sauce Gardner in the Who Gives a Fuck Bowl, and apparently the Jets won that. And again, who gives a fuck? Philly beat Pittsburgh 27-14, and they are right there with Detroit. Minnesota's in the mix too, because Minnesota still has to play Detroit again. Can't forget that. And that's all for the 1 seed. Russell Wilson went 14-22, 128 yards, a touchdown. Pittsburgh's offense struggled. Jalen Hurts went 25-32, 290 yards and 2 touchdowns. A.J. Brown had 8 receptions, 110 yards, so he got his catches, scored a touchdown, made it a point to celebrate with Jalen Hurts to put all the beef rumors to rest. And Devontae Smith had 11 receptions, 109 yards, kind of like the Addison Jefferson 1-yard difference thing. Touchdown as well. Broncos overtake LA, the Chargers, that is, for the second spot in the AFC West. Indy got 5 turnovers, or had 5 turnovers, 2 picks, 3 fumbles. IR5 went 17-38, 172 yards, 2 interceptions, Bo Nix, he went 20-33, 130 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, a little 33 action right there, just to match his passing attempts. They scored 21 points, Denver, that is, in the 4th quarter. 2 touchdowns by Bo Nix and a fumble recovery for a touchdown. Bills, they won in a shootout. At one point, they led 35-14. In Detroit, Detroit had on the blackout jersey with the black line and all that other shit. Josh Allen basically won the MVP with that game, in my opinion. He went 23 of 34, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 rushes, 68 yards. Ty Johnson had 5 receptions, 114 yards for the Bills. Jared Goff threw the ball 59 times. 38 of 59, 494 yards, 5 touchdowns. Amon-Ra St. Brown had 14 catches, 193 yards, and a touchdown himself. Detroit's last-minute touchdown came with 12 seconds left. Goff to Jameson Williams. They failed to get the onside kick, and it's funny, Tony Romo pointed everywhere else where the ball wasn't going to go on that play. He was like, they're going to go on the right side or whatever the fuck. They went in the middle. Didn't get it. And, Dan Campbell opted for an early onside kick in the 4th quarter. Cost them. Like, this shit's going to cost them in the playoffs. And they got 3 key injuries with Aleem McNeil, D-tackle, cornerback Carlton Davis, and DB Khalil Dorsey. The Bucs smacked the Chargers. They should win the NFC South. is theirs to lose at this point. Next week, or shall I say this week, Thursday Night Football, we got the Chargers and the Broncos. That's a big game. Real big game, playoff implications, seeding, all of that. Chargers' last couple games besides Denver is New England and Las Vegas. Those should be winnable games. Bucks at one point trailed 17-13. They scored 27 unanswered. In the second half. And it's funny because you got to remember the Chargers blew a 27-point lead against the Jags in the playoffs, another Florida team. Cards beat the Patriots 30-17. Who cares? Packers beat Seattle. No one surprised there. Love had 2 touchdowns. Romeo Doubs. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Geno went down, got hit by a linebacker. Sam Howell had to take over. He only had 24 yards, an INT. And Geno had an INT himself. He was 15-19, 149 yards before that. And Seattle trailed 20-3 at halftime. That game was essentially over before it started. He said, damn it, let me see. So the Bucks may also be something. Not gonna lie. Yeah, I know the Bucks always tend to get hot near the back end of the season. Thought the Colts were gonna win, especially with all the INTs that Bo Nix was throwing. Yeah, man, I thought they was gonna pull it off too, just for the sake of making things interesting. But I guess not. I guess they wanted to focus more on the Denver-LA matchup for Thursday Night Football. And yeah, hit that like button, man. Shout out to Great T News. So Josh Allen win the MVP, Bills on making the Super Bowl. That's what I'm thinking. That's water. That's exactly what I'm thinking, man. I think we're going to see the same shit. He going to end up going against Patrick Mahomes and KC, and they're going to end up losing like usual. Can't even watch Red Zone, which is basically live highlights. That's really the only way I'll watch it now is Red Zone if it's not a Ravens game. Seeing Tyreek Hill letting the INT happen is insane work. So the media set the Steelers up for failure, not going to lie. How so? That nigga said that Cody Rhodes push. That's funny. I don't think he gonna finish his story the same way Cody Rhodes did. What's up, Bronze? What's good with you? Seahawks may definitely be cooked though if Geno is out. Yeah, man. It's that whole division is very interesting because in 1 minute it's LA's up top, then Seattle, then Arizona. San Francisco cooked for sure. Ain't no question about that shit. But yeah, that's really going down to the last week between the Rams and Seahawks. Like it's clear that that's what they kind of setting it up for. Because Seattle already beat Arizona twice, and Arizona's right under Seattle in the playoff seeding. And it's like basically LA's the 4th seed right now, 8-6. Seattle's outside of 8-6. Arizona's right below that, 7-7. So they definitely setting it up for an AFC West is going to be a big thing. Obviously, we know who won that division, but with the Chargers and the Broncos, NFC West is going to be for the division in a playoff spot. Seattle, LA, maybe Arizona. Still, you never fucking know. Some of them throws Jameis made was so obvious. I feel like they also let more outcomes happen this year versus upsets, or more like you talking more favorites winning basically. It also depends on the time of the year too. Like I would say, probably those first 4 weeks or so, that's when they really get you with these crazy upsets, and then there's a point where the season gets like a status quo, where teams you expect to win just win. Hold on, what did you say about Detroit? You think they owe Detroit money, but they aren't gonna win a Super Bowl? I mean, like I said, when I pulled up their revenue list, Detroit was in the bottom like 4. And that's after having a successful season last year. So them winning apparently ain't gonna turn enough profit, even if they won the Super Bowl. Because like I said before, you don't see a whole lot of people rocking Lions jerseys that's not in Detroit. I've never seen it here. Shit, that also applies, like I said, to Josh Allen or the Buffalo Bills in general. The Chiefs Vikings Super Bowl seems possible. Ain't no one betting on the Vikings. That's what I'm saying. I was talking about this in the Discord, which if you haven't joined, the Discord link is in the chat. Should be pinned up top. But yeah, I was talking about that. Yeah, the Vikings are a team. No one's talking about if someone brought up the whole backup quarterback storyline. That's really the most realistic one they can do because it's a backup that's been starting the whole year. He's based on a 1-year contract. It's clear he's going to go somewhere else after this because Minnesota drafted their future quarterback, but obviously got injured. And people brought up the LSU connection with the Superdome. And everyone talking about Joe Burrow and the Bengals going to win prior to the season started, which you should have known better. The Bengals ain't going to do shit. There's another LSU player that people forgetting about. It's crazy because he's the most popular receiver in the NFL, Justin Jefferson. So they can do, if they want to do a little LSU thing, that's the motherfucker who could do it. And the Vikings had a player die prior to the season. Let's not forget that. Oh, I already read that shit. You can see them doing Bills, Eagles, or Bucks, Bills / Ravens, honestly. I don't see them pushing the Bucks that damn far. Not to the Super Bowl. So Wentz may also be stepping in for Mahomes is interesting. He not finna lead him to a Super Bowl or nothing like that as no starter. I can tell you that now. At most, I think he gonna hold the fort down. But if the Chiefs make the Super Bowl, Mahomes gonna find a way to make it back. He might be off the yerks a little bit. Eyes might be red as shit. But they gonna make sure the Golden Boy in the Super Bowl. If it is the Chiefs, that is. They not finna put out Carson Wentz, dog. Come on. So Lions possibly cooked, losing Montgomery and other defensive play. Yeah, they been cooked, bro. I'll say, well, you can factor in the injuries for sure. But the fact that Dan Campbell takes all of these unnecessary gambles. Damn, that's funny. Campbell gamble. That's funny. But no, yeah, that's going to cost them. It cost them last year. It's going to be no different this year. We've seen it. They got away with a good amount this year, don't get me wrong. But yeah, that's going to bite them in the ass, especially in the playoffs. Falcons in a dogfight with the 2-11 Vegas Raiders in the big 2-4. I watched the beginning of that game, man, and then I got the halftime. I was like, yeah, this shit kind of ass, bro. Which I'm not surprised. It's the Raiders. What do you expect? Even if they do win or some shit, it's still gonna be ass. And then the Vikings Bears game, that shit was one-sided. But I'm saying though, if the Falcons fuck around and lose this game, it's kind of hard not to laugh at this point. Like you had that division in the bag, and then Kirk Cousins threw 8 picks in the span of 4 games, and y'all fucked that lead up, and might mess around and miss the playoffs. Because Atlanta is sitting behind Arizona, Seattle, Arizona and Seattle, and then Washington got the 7th seed for now. In the AFC, you got KC number 1, Buffalo 2, Pitt 3, Houston 4, Baltimore 5, Denver 6, LA 7. Those could swap out after Thursday. Indy 6-8, Miami 6-8, Cincy 6-8. Indy got the tiebreaker over Miami because they won the head-to-head matchup. And I really, at this point, y'all don't see any of those 3 knocking any of the 7 teams out right now in the AFC. The one that might be in trouble is LA. Are you convinced the Falcons have been paid off by throwing the season by not benching Cousins? I forgot who I talked to in the Discord about this. But again, when the quarterback getting paid $180 million, he not getting benched anytime soon. So I know a lot of people saying when they gonna start pinning nigga. $180 million says that nigga is not getting benched at all for a long time. He gonna have to do egregiously bad. Like he gonna have to do worse than his performance against the Chargers to get benched. He would damn near have to take the ball, turn around, and run backwards the entire way to the other end zone for a safety. And then probably have to swing on a fan or some shit. Bills defense is gonna prevent them from going to the Super Bowl is garbage. Yeah, they giving up 79 points or some shit like that in 2 weeks? Bills old coordinator is Joe Brady, who was on that LSU's coaching staff, ironically. And they won with Joe Burrow. I want to say he ended up going to Carolina after that at LSU stint. I think he ended up going to the Panthers. I think Matt Rule brought him in. I forgot who was the quarterback. Is that Baker? I think it was. I want to say it was Baker. But that whole Carolina thing with Matt Rule, that was a disaster. So at this point, you need to follow the Broncos route. I don't know if you want to follow their route because that shit took them like what, a decade to get right. I wouldn't say that. So I know somebody had like one of them jerseys where like you got a name on it. It started with like an actual name on the back, and then it's like they got to put the tape over, put somebody else's name, and they cross it out. And they kept adding names. And I think the Broncos, I forgot how many names was on that jump. It was like 15, 16. It was like too many quarterbacks to count on the back. And it was like, I think it was after Peyton Manning. Yeah, everyone after Peyton Manning. It's about as bad as that Browns one with all the quarterbacks. What I think happens with Brock Purdy after the season? Does he get paid to go to a new team? I think he gets paid to stay. So I'm thinking, where would he go necessarily? Appreciate it, Grand Marquis. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you. I mean, what you expect is Atlanta and Vegas. You mean that's why you think they should play Penix, then decide whether to cut Cousins? Again, $180 million. $180 million. Penix gonna sit there a little minute. And personally, bro, if I was running that team, I wouldn't even bench Kirk Cousins as a knee-jerk reaction like that. Because like I said, we talking about a rookie, my nigga. A rookie who had 5 passing attempts. Now, if the Falcons was, 3-10, oh yeah, rookie would have been playing in. Because like, we out the playoffs. Let's get you some reps now. Versus, we still in the playoff hunt. Our veteran has been fucking up, but we're going to just have to weather the storm. Thought Ocho was cooking when he said the Bengals was going to the Super Bowl in 2025 in Louisiana, LSU connection with Joe Burrow. Chad, I never heard Chad say that before. I never heard that. I thought in the Rig Sports, Jamaica, whatever the fuck, I heard that shit there way before I assume Chad even said that shit. He probably heard it from there and just regurgitated it, to be honest with you. To make it a mainstream point, which it became, like I said, and the shit wasn't going to happen because people kept talking about the shit too much. That Hill got out-muscled on the INT. It's funny, he talked so much shit after he left the Chiefs about how Tua's a better quarterback and all that shit. And none of his aged well at all. Ended up losing to them niggas in the playoff. You got the whole bullshit arrest stuff. Injury, all type of shit, bro. Well, to be honest, it's the better that he didn't stay with the Chiefs because the Chiefs would have been way too fucking good. Way too. You think it's annoying now that they win? Imagine if they actually had Tyreek Hill. At that point, they just be blowing teams out. And we really hate that more than just seeing a win by 3. Commanders seem to be getting some push. They got new ownership. They need fans. How far do I think they go in the playoffs? At most, they might win a game. That's it. I don't think they're going to go on no stupid long push. I think any team capable of going on any type of deep run, it might be a team like, I ain't going to count out Tampa per se. LA could do some shit like that. I ain't sleeping on Minnesota. Y'all already know how I feel about the Packers. And I'm gonna say Detroit. Detroit gonna fall short though, for sure. I think the Rams have a chance to keep pushing that Missouri connection. Yeah, I just answered that. I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but yeah, they could definitely make a little run. Maybe just a division game for Donald's, but Donald's play kind of falling off. Didn't he just have like 5 touchdown passes not too long ago? Like, wasn't that like 2 weeks ago? You can see the Bucs beating the Lions in the playoffs as revenge, though. Yeah, as far as a playoff matchup, that I could see that. They did beat them in the regular season already this year. So, shit, the Bucs beat them and the Eagles, actually. So, it is definitely possible. But I am curious what storylines we get out of that. Like, it's like you really can't do the Matt Stafford versus Jared Goff again. It's not as special. We've seen it twice now. I don't know if we're gonna see that. You could do a rematch of Tampa, Detroit. Personally, I would like to see a Philadelphia-Detroit matchup somehow. That would be cool. Like, for entertainment purposes, I'd love to see that. Like, all the high-powered players they got on the offense for the Lions, and then shit, the Eagles, Saquon Barkley going stupid, boy. I like to see that shit for real. I think the only team I wouldn't really care to see would be just to actually just watch on TV. I don't know, it's tough. I like watching Jayden Daniels play. Probably the Rams. Yeah, probably the Rams. Shit, them or the Seahawks, even though they're not even in the playoffs as of right now. AFC, obviously Kansas City. Just the way they've been winning, yeah. Fuck that. Who else I don't really care to see? Pittsburgh. And I say LA. So they can do a revenge games of Eagles Bucks because we know the last 2 matchups the Bucks won, regular season and the playoffs. And that's funny because that was after the Eagles had that little collapse and shit. And I think they had drama prior. Yeah, it was like after those 10 games and they had the drama. Then that's when they started going downhill and it all just completely unraveled on that Monday Night Football playoff game where like the Eagles just say, I don't even want to tackle no more. So the Skins can make it to the NFC Championship game. I don't know about all that now. Crazy part is Bo Nix would somehow get the Rookie of the Year regardless. Commercial where Brady gives Baker his rings. Does Baker ever win one? I don't know about him being a Tampa Bay starter doing that shit, but he can win as like a backup down the line or something. Like it's one of those things. He had a good NFL career. He didn't win one as a starter, but he went out as a champion anyway. Kind of like an NBA player. How during their star years they didn't win shit, but then when they was a role player they did. Like Andre Iguodala didn't win shit as a starter with the Sixers or the Nuggets, but then go to Golden State. You win a Finals MVP in rings, plural. I'm gonna be surprised if the Eagles make it to the Super Bowl again, bro. We don't need another Chiefs versus another team rematch. How far I see the Steelers going in the playoffs? Not far. Not far at all. Like, they might lose in the first fucking round, depending on who they play. For example, if some crazy scenario lands where they end up having to play Buffalo, I'm taking Buffalo over Pittsburgh. Even though we've already seen that. Say Packers or Vikings in the Super Bowl. Hey, that'd be super ironic. You think about everybody's been focused on Detroit, and it's like the other two teams don't even fucking exist in the NFC North. That would be some shit. You don't want another rematch? Yeah. Especially if it's, what is this? Would it be a fifth? Assuming Kansas City makes that be what, fifth Super Bowl? And out of those, he beat one team twice. Wait, hold on, yeah. Yeah, Niners, Eagles. No, Niners, Bucks, Eagles. Yeah. Depends on how the bracket turn out. You know, the Skins can beat Philly or the Vikings. We'll see. I mean, you know, he's still a rookie. He's still got to pay his dues. So Mike Evans, another 1,000-yard season. Yeah, first ballot Hall of Famer. Feel like that. Oh, damn, that shit moved quick as hell. Damn. As soon as I started to read that shit, too, goddamn. Oh, man, where was it at? I really want to see that one. Okay, I got it. Feel like the FBS championship can give a huge clue who will win or not make it to the Super Bowl like it did this year. Michigan winning told us Detroit was folding for sure. I'm trying to think who they have in common. As a college football, you got what? SMU, there's no doubt. Dallas ain't making the playoffs. The Cowboys, that is. Indiana, the Colts ain't making it. Notre Dame, that's still Indiana, not making it, which a lot of fans Chicago ain't making it. Tennessee, the Vols, it is. Titans ain't making it. Who else? Georgia, Falcons could make it. Texas, maybe Houston connection, I don't fucking know. Clemson, that's South Carolina. Panthers ain't making it. Oregon, there's Seattle, that's the closest shit. Yeah. Most of the college football teams in the playoffs, whatever state they're in, that corresponding NFL team don't make the playoffs. Or isn't this year, should I say. A 2024 version of Robin Givens, boy, you tripping. I don't know about all that. I don't know if Travis better run. Says Saints upset the Packers. Said Tampa probably wins the division next season. They finish last. I don't know, man. We'll see. Like I said, the Saints, bro, they are in such a shit situation. Like, especially if they fuck up that coaching hire, they can forget all that shit. Saints still gonna be ass. I've been saying that shit, bro. Like, the most like comedy matchup I've seen since shit, I don't know, the summer was Oregon versus Georgia, the Lanning versus Kirby Smart. That's all I'm saying. I'm like, but what Oregon always does this shit. They will get your hopes high as hell. They did it last year. They'll get your hopes high, like, oh, this the year they finna do it. They did it with Marcus Mariota. Get your hopes high as hell. And when it's to the point where they should win that shit, like, all right, this is the one They let you down every single time. Every single time. Chargers can't catch a break, man, I swear. Cards may be cooked this season depending on how long Murray is out, too. Shit, that's another team that can't catch a break. She might do him dirty like Gibbons. Might do him dirty. Might? You hear how the motherfuckers met? She wasn't interested at first. Left that nigga on red in the IG DMs. Suddenly had a change of heart. Suddenly, I don't know if it was the NIL deal or the fact that he might be a future Heisman winner or a future NFL player that just suddenly changed her view on this nigga, or the fact that, I don't know, he was friend zoned at one point. Like, everything about how they met up is like, nigga, you lucky you famous. That's all I'm gonna say. Travis, you lucky you an ugly ass nigga, Travis. You a lucky you famous. That's all I'm gonna say. Actually, it's kind of a bad thing that you famous now because the whole world can see how goofy you are. So if it don't work out with this girl, then every other chick that sees you as a walking target gonna try you now. Because they're like, oh, this nigga stupid as shit. Oh, he was cool with being in the friend zone? He still stayed with her? He moved in with her? Yeah, Travis, boy, you stupid as hell for that. Good football player, but Jesus Christ, bro. But yeah, you'll learn. You'll learn. Sadly, you'll learn. What up, Lorenzo? What's good with you? She said he wasn't her type and she didn't respond. I'm like, yeah, these. Boy, Travis, good Lord, man. So Texas upset the Chiefs, lock it, even though you a Chiefs fan. I think you and actually everyone here would love to see that shit. Even if it's unlikely as hell to happen, I would love to see that. So if he could leave her, he would. Listen, bro. I get that we say things are scripted and all that shit. You got to understand this, bro. If you were still actively going after someone, because this nigga's only, 21 now? He's still young. You got to remember, he's still young. And this fame shit is hitting him very fast. Hit him very fast. So if he wasn't used to getting women before the fame, what you think gonna happen when he finally gets it when he ain't never had it before? This. So it ain't got shit to do with him following the script. That's called him being a goofy ass nigga. And people need to stop making excuses for his goofy ass bullshit. That's all that is. And she sees him as a meal ticket, which the whole world can see, but somehow Travis don't see it. Do I think Vikings would be a dark horse to go Super Bowl? Yes, I said earlier. I guess you just joined us soon. Say Jared Jones definitely making these calls for these drones, especially around the New Jersey area. That's what got him in his shit in the first place. She was draining the hell out of him. He couldn't think straight. All that shit he's saying is definitely HDD. And if you don't know what it is, it's called hard dick decisions. You don't make the best decisions when your dick is hard. That's just a fact. He was not making none of that shit with no SDD. That's when you make good decisions. It might not feel good down there at the time. Shit, you might not feel nothing. But the decision is better. Did you say Travis had a girlfriend at the time too? Travis don't have no OGs in his corner. There's a reason why his mama not shutting it down. What's going on? Because she went in on the money. Because you got to realize if Travis ended up taking the side of this crazy ass bitch who clearly plotting on him, and then the mom try to step in, then she might get cut off. Because she might say some shit again in his ear. Yo, that's wild. Yo, that's wild. That's wild. Travis' rookie season gonna be held in history. Heisman want to say so. Skipped a few, but barely. Shit, he better worry about if he get that bitch pregnant or not. There's gonna be way worse than what the fuck gonna happen about that goddamn Heisman curse and shit. So it's always some nutbugs looking to get a bag off these young football. Not just football, basketball. Any profession, especially if you were famous or someone of notoriety, yeah, you're gonna be a target. That's just how it is. Somebody always gonna try to finesse you. It's just up to you to spot the finesse. Prom had Brittany Renner lecture Jackson State on women like her finessing pro athletes. Travis ought to know better. That's what I'm saying, man. That's exactly what I'm saying. But like I said, that's easier said than done. If he ain't never been there before, it's easier said than done. He wouldn't know. That'd be dumb as fuck to play him for two positions in the NFL. Like, that's just begging him to get hurt. Like, I totally understand. What they should do is what they did with Devin Hester. Put him in on certain offensive packages and stuff like that, but make him primarily a DB. That's what the fuck they should do. Instead of having him play 120 something snaps in the NFL, oh hell no. He would not hold up at all with that shit, bro. It would be like a D Rose football story. Like what could have been if he didn't get hurt. That's what the fuck that would lead to. Damn, let's show that shit. Sanders on Giants might go crazy. Yeah, he gonna lose his mind because the team's so shitty. Because in reality, I think he gonna end up going to the Raiders, play for his mentor. You know what I'm saying, Tom Brady. We'll see how that goes, but I can totally see that's where the fuck that whole Raiders thing finna go. Does Deion leave and join him? I doubt it. That honestly, that'd be a whole clown show. Because then I could already see like Deion and AP getting into it in the locker room. Focus on corner. That's what he's better at. I don't know who the fuck said he's the best wide receiver in the nation. He's not. He's not bad by any means, but he ain't the best receiver in the nation. I'm like, yo, what? They need more than the QB. They need a new front office, dog. They are beyond fuck. Quarterback ain't saving shit. Well, it clearly don't show. How long I think Deion's staying at Colorado? I don't think too much longer. I know he got a good quarterback not in the transfer portal. I think he recruited like a good quarterback or some shit like that coming in. But I don't think he's gonna be there for the long term at all. Nah. So is some NFL players that don't like Deion Sanders ready to blast on his kids' injury bugs? What? Huh? They didn't even like Deion Sanders like that, except when he played or used Deion Sanders like that, except when he played him receiver in Super Bowl 29 against the Chargers. Only reason for that was because the game was a blowout. Yeah, when you that good at corner, there's no point in wasting it to be a gadget player, for lack of a better term. It'd be different if the nigga just played it. He was like, what's homeboy name for the Saints? Taysom Hill. You could throw him in as a tight end, as a wide receiver, as a fullback, quarterback, running back, kicker, punter, and all that shit. I see the clock stop at 9 seconds for versus the Commanders and Saints. Yeah, what about it? What about it? What significance does that have? As the Drew Brees wore number 9, is there more to it? Dallas used to throw Deion on offense for deep pass and reverse plays. I vaguely remember that shit. When he was doing all that shit. Like, bro, I know a lot of people mentioned how Dallas was gonna end up getting Shedeur and what's homeboy? Yeah. And Deion Sanders and shit, and Deion will be on the coaching team. I'm like, that's a bad combination. It's good for the media. Jerry Jones would love that for controversy in media, but that'd be a bad combination. That'd be a steaming hot mess. That is damn near like the Lakers with LeBron and Bronny. Except Deion couldn't strong arm Jerry Jones like that. Deion has a pattern of taking on projects. He may be grimy. He's something. Yeah, I mean, we knew he was gonna leave Jackson State for Colorado because he always wanted to be at a bigger level. Like Jackson State ain't getting the same level of funding that motherfucking Colorado was, especially if it weren't for any of those celebrities like Diddy. Funny. Then Jackson State wasn't gonna get all of those donations like that. They weren't gonna be looked at on that same level as the big dogs and shit. And even then, Colorado's still on the lower end of that in the grand scheme of things, because like Colorado pales in comparison to any of the big SEC schools, Big 10 schools, Big 12. Like Colorado ain't got shit on Alabama, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida. Even if they go 6-6, 7-8, or 7-5, whatever the fuck, it ain't touching that. He can definitely help the brand, but that's really about it. And you gotta remember, he gonna have to compete with Bill Belichick now too. What you learned from this week in the NFL is that Jayden Daniels locked up Rookie of the Year, and Josh Allen locked up the MVP. You grew up watching 90s NFL. Dallas use him on offense a lot. You think that's how Travis should be used on offense situation? Yeah, that's what I was saying to Bronze earlier. Use him here and there, but don't need him as a full-time starter on offense because he gonna get hurt. Cause he kind of small too, which obviously he gonna put on muscle, but just saying he kind of small now too. Travis Hunter wasn't gonna get the Heisman, no Jackson. Of course not. There have been people who have been nominated to win the Heisman, like Walter Payton, but still he didn't win it. And he wouldn't have been on the cover of College Football 25 if he was at Jackson State. Said Daniels locked up Rookie of the Year 5 weeks ago. Georgia legend right there, Champ Bailey. Yeah, a lot of people don't even talk about Champ Bailey no more, which I think is more of a generational thing. No Colorado playing UNC next year. I hope that's true. I haven't checked the schedule. I hope that's true. I would love to see that. Because really a battle of the top transfer portal schools, not besides, established powers. But it's like prime time is like he got a route, he can get you to the NFL. Because he played in it, he's a Hall of Famer. And then Bill Belichick, he can just flash his 6 Super Bowl rings and a picture of Tom Brady. He's like, you see that? Yeah, play for me, you'll get there. But I don't know how he gonna really do with relate with college players. So Bill Belichick, like Deion can do it. Bill Belichick, old stuffy 72 it. Come on. I don't know how that's gonna go. That's what I said. It's a marketing thing. He's household name, third of a cover athlete on the college football game. His coach is Deion Sanders. I mean, it makes sense. And Jeanty, it's like Jenny should have won, but again, Boise State. The most that the average person probably know about Boise State is they play on blue turf. Most people could not name a player that went to Boise State if you asked them before Ashton Jeanty. Most people wouldn't say Jay Ajayi. They damn sure ain't gonna say Jared Zabransky, and he was on the cover of College Football at 2000 and NCAA 2008. No one's gonna say Ian Johnson, the one who scored the touchdown against Oklahoma in the Fiesta Bowl. Some might say Kellen Moore, but even then, that's a stretch. Taking your dad to the Dolphins-Niners game Sunday. Hopefully it's enjoyable. Cool, that's what's up, man. I hope y'all have a fun time. Said 34 TDs, 3 INTs. Can't look past that hoop. One of your homies played for UNC. Amari Campbell, he had 77 tackles as a freshman. His dad told you he might transfer, but you think Bill getting hired will influence him to stay. If you don't like the way that nigga coach, he gonna dip. You play with Travis on NCAA 25, and they got this man as a cheat code. They got him, Chris Johnson's son. They got him as a cheat code too. Really, because he fast as fuck. That's really why. Because I've seen plenty of like YouTube shorts where they just do, the bullshit where they be running completely backwards to the other end zone and loop around, get all the AI, the broken ass AI to follow them and trail and do all that shit. And they do some moves and score a touchdown they shouldn't score. Oh, they be doing that shit all the time with Chris Johnson. Chris Johnson Jr., excuse me. Oh, yeah, they got hella injuries, man. UNC gonna suck next week. Saw Belichick took a pic with a UNC jersey with 38 on it. 38. Yeah, we know murder, blah, blah. He gonna be fired from UNC. I don't know about all that. I do not expect them to have just success out the gate. I highly doubt that. I mean, we talking not a lot of NFL coaches can just jump into college and have success off rip like that anyway. It's usually like some time. Or sometimes they just don't pan out. Same way that college coaches might go to the NFL but don't have any success, but they go back to college and have success. Like Matt Rule he wasn't a fit for the NFL. Nick Saban wasn't a fit for the NFL. Go to college, dominate. Pete Carroll, that's one of the exceptions. He can do both. And it's kind of fucked up when I think about it with Pete Carroll. He managed to win a Super Bowl and a national multiple national championships, but they got vacated because of the whole Reggie Bush shit. I think KC going one and done individual. I would love to see that. I doubt it, but I would love to see that. Rams got the Niners player. Yeah, Devondre Campbell, man. They cut that nigga too. They're suspending him for 3 games, but he done. Let's be real, he done. And Campbell played for Shanahan with the Falcons too. More specifically, the Super Bowl Falcons team. So Florida gonna be dangerous next year? Oh, they definitely gonna be better. They impressed me the second half of the season. Getting that win against Ole Miss, beating LSU. They got themselves a quarterback. Yeah. That's the last thing I need to see them do is get a quarterback. But yeah, Florida definitely looked better than they did in the first half for sure. Chiefs are losing AFC Championship or Super Bowl. I agree. Yeah, the Taylor Swift shit made it hella annoying. And now it's not even really so much the Taylor Swift shit. It's just how the ways that they win now is just so bullshit. Like if they sprinkled in a couple blowouts, I'm like, all right, that's fine. But when they got these niggas having field goals bounce off upright, fucking block field goals, and all this other shit, it's like, okay. Only coach you know that has success in both college and pro are Jimmy Johnson, Pete Carroll, and you want to say Steve Walsh. Oh shit, Jim Harbaugh went to the Super Bowl. Even though he didn't win, went to the Super Bowl and won a national championship in Michigan. There's a few in there. Herm Edwards had like maybe a year, but then shit went south quick as fuck and he got fired at Arizona State. The KC 3-peat and Jordan was born on 2/17. 3-peated Phil Jackson was born on 9/17. 3-peated Mahomes was born on 9/7. 3-peated. I doubt they 3-peat, man. People thought they ate by saying he played both sides, but you forgot these people emotion don't understand sports or entertainment. It's not even about that. It's the fact that if he was like, here's my thing, if he was like the best receiver as well as the best DB, then it'd be like, you can't even argue the shit. Nick should win it. But it's like he the best DB, but he a good receiver. Not bad. A good one. And you gotta say, how important is he? He's important as shit on defense, but is he really as important on offense? Not necessarily. They don't really need him to be receiver. Honestly, he's slick stat pad, if you want to be honest. He definitely can with some plays, but overall stat pad. Genty, he is literally Boise State's whole fucking offense. I think when I saw him play, I don't even remember the quarterback passing. I just remember seeing Genty run the ball every fucking time. Hate to admit it, before they're gonna be better next year. I don't mind as long as Tennessee don't lose to them. Because if we beat them and then they win, it's a good win for Tennessee. Do I think Sauce Gardner's back to form next season? Maybe. The Jets still gonna suck, so it don't matter. So Chiefs not 3-peating, Brady's still relevant, so they're not having Mahomes do anything. That's what I'm saying. I don't know why people keep saying this 3-peat shit. Like, dude, they just called Brady the GOAT recently, like within the last 5-6 years or so. They not gonna just have a nigga jump past, no. And they damn sure ain't gonna have this man out past Brady in rings. The explanation they gave on why they picked Bama over Miami was bullshit. They went over people's heads. I mean, I'm gonna put it pretty simple. Why did they pick Alabama? Or we said on why they had Alabama? Oh, it's probably like strength of schedule or some bullshit. Oh, he played in the SEC. SEC bias, just call it what it is. Bama shouldn't have made it, period. They lost to Oklahoma 24-3. Point blank, period. End of discussion. So we definitely gotta have to have new Super Bowl teams this year. I would like to see a completely new matchup with just two teams we ain't seen before, or more specifically, a different AFC team. I'd love to see that, but we'll see. I wish. Tim Mahomes not getting his fourth until either Lamar or Josh get their first. I think his last ring, which I consider his fourth, his last, gonna be like farther down the line. Like this is when they gonna go on a little Super Bowl drought, and they gonna send them off on a high note, basically. Like he ain't really completely lost it. You know, he won one on the back end of his career, like Brady, won with the Bucks. Manning, even though he got dragged by that defense with the Broncos. Yeah, I don't see the AFC winning it. I think Chiefs go and then they lose. Cause I think Mahomes gonna finish his Super Bowl career 4-2. He gonna lose one more and win another. That Bills Lions rematch in the Super Bowl. That's the thing, is like some of these matchups we want to see just wouldn't necessarily generate enough revenue to justify them going to the Super Bowl. Even though we'd love to see another high scoring game like we saw with the Bills and the Lions in the Super Bowl. We'd love to see that. We'd love to see a coach go for it on 4th down in the first quarter like it's Madden or some shit. But you know they got to give us old light break. And his little fake limp he always be doing and shit. What's good, Big Pontiac? OG in the building. OG Big Pontiac. And PJ Allen. Shout out to both of y'all. Said Brady won 3, then went 10 years without winning another Super Bowl win. I don't know if Mahomes gonna go no 10 years. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna play nearly as long, but yeah, there's gonna be a little drought there. But yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Homie ain't finna goddamn win 3, 4, 5, 6, or whatever the fuck LeBron was saying. He ain't gonna do all that. Said it's 4-2 make him legit adjust light skin. What? Like, he's not a bad player by any means. It's just like, goddamn, bro. Like, any other quarterback who was doing the shit he was doing that wasn't picked, the defenders would be decleating the shit out of his ass. That's really what it boils down to. Because a lot of times, I've seen countless number of times, Patrick Mahomes should have been lit the fuck up on a play. That we've seen the other quarterbacks, whether it be shit, it could be Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins, whoever the fuck, right? It don't even matter. Justin Herbert, they'll let them get depleted. But Mahomes is like, oh, you got to put on the blinders and act like you don't see this nigga. That's what I want to see. Just at the very least, make it to where the defender can actually lay a finger on it. That's it. I ain't say no, you ain't got to hurt him or nothing. I'm just saying, give him the same goddamn hits you can give somebody else. So after 2025, a new team will become a dynasty. I don't believe that. I don't think we're going to see another or a new dynasty. Because, I mean, shit, even in that 10-year drought that the Patriots had, was there any other dynasty for real? Because there wasn't. The Seahawks weren't a dynasty. They won 1. The Broncos weren't a dynasty. They won 1 and got their ass beaten the other. The Ravens, they won the 1 within that time span. So I don't see no dynasty happening. Because you fuck around and build another dynasty, it undermines all the shit that Mahomes and Andy Reid and the KC thing. It just like erases it like it didn't happen. It's like in the NBA, there's no dynasty now. Because if they just built a dynasty right after the Golden State shit, it just erases it like it didn't happen. You gotta like space that shit out. The Falcons look cook after Kirk Cousins' 5th bad game in a row. Defensive special team saved them. Oh, of course, he's the face of the league. You can't touch him. Here's the thing about Mahomes as a quarterback. He is a good, what I call like an improv quarterback. Like when there's no structure, that's when he thrives. Whenever shit goes crazy, like Big Ben, same way. Big Ben, when shit starts breaking down, you got to improvise, you got to run it. He good at that shit. The backyard style football, he great at that shit. But you talk about like having to read the defense, all the other shit, that's when it fucks him up. Shit, honestly, that's the good thing about Josh Allen too. He's the same way. He good at the backyard football style shit. And really, at this point, since you got to be a mobile quarterback or some sort, you just can't be a pocket passer. that style is necessary now. Like you look at all the top quarterbacks, they have that in some way, shape, or form. Whether they not even necessarily a running threat as a quarterback, you still they got a little scramble ability to them. Like let me see. Okay, who does good at the whole backyard football shit? Baker Mayfield, he does that backyard football shit. He a gunslinger's gonna do that by default. A nigga like James Winston, same shit, he gonna do it. But James, he gonna throw a few picks when he do that shit. He gonna throw a pick to the goddamn defensive tackle or some shit on the way down from a sack. He gonna still try to throw that bitch. Oh, who's another good one? Backyard style. A little bit of Jordan Love. I already said Jaden Daniels. Nigga like Kyler Murray, somebody like that. You gotta run around and chase a little son bitch. On a good day, Russell Wilson. But really prime Russell Wilson. Obviously Lamar Jackson. Nigga like that. Someone like a Tua, not so much. Someone like a Joe Burrow, not so much. Not to say he ain't like a running threat, but you know what I'm saying. He gonna get you in that goddamn pocket. So every decade, one team wins at least 3. 70s was the Steelers, 80s Niners, 90s Cowboys, early 2000s was the Pats, Chiefs is the 2020s. So your math off if you say 2030 a new. Yeah, it's gonna be a little gap, bro. Exactly. The last one was Golden State. And the NBA is in such a shit position right now. The last thing they should be doing is a dynasty right now. They product is too fucked up for even think about that shit. They over here doing fucking in-season cup tournaments on this dumbass shit, bro. Courts that look like the color of these fucking lights and shit. Like, yeah, they don't need to be worrying about a dynasty. I'd only start worrying about the NFL if they started having like football fields that match the team colors and shit. For like to match the color rush. I don't even know if they push the color rush the same way. But if they did it in that same fashion, I'd be all right, the NFL on some real fuck shit. Like could you imagine an orange with black stripe and black numbers Bengals field? That shit would be an eyesore on everybody's TV screen. Or a red Buffalo Bills field with white stripes and yard hash marks and all that shit. That would people couldn't even make it through the fucking the game with that shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Don't get me started on the Seahawks. Imagine if they had that lime green shit, them little highlighter lime green jerseys they wore Sunday. Imagine if their football field was that color. And you saw that shit on TV. NBA, take notes. This is why you lost half your viewers in the past 10 years because they're doing stupid ass shit like that. Adam Silverfish gonna keep doing dumb shit. Bryce Young good in the park. Yeah, he finally trusts his O-line. That's why. He was skittish as shit. That nigga was what's the word? Not gunshot. What is the word? I don't want to say traumatized because it makes it sound so extreme and dramatic, but yeah, he got killed so much as a rookie that it's like, fuck, I can't trust these niggas, but now he does. And it shows. But they need to get their defense better for real. So maybe the Packers make the Super Bowl, but they don't seem that complete though. One thing they got going for them is they got their receivers on rookie deals. That is a really good thing. Because most teams, man, they already paid the quarterback, obviously. You got a receiver that probably needs to get paid, couple receivers that need to get paid, a tight end, running back, all this other extra shit, and then you still got to pay your quarterback. And the Packers ain't really active in free agency like that. They're more of a like homegrown type team. It's like I said, it's the blue collar team in the NFL. Sam Howell and Kirk Cousins are the worst QBs in the league. Sam Howell had 14 passing attempts. Chill out. Think we get a Jameis Winston Super Bowl whenever Browns build this stadium. Hold on, what? Honestly, I can't tell if you're trolling with this one, bro. I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. Say the Packers cheap for real. I mean, think about it. It's what is there to do in Green Bay? Like for real, unless you're a real cheese enthusiast, what is there to do in Green Bay? You know how hard it is to get somebody for agency to come to Green Bay, dog, and ain't shit going on there. It's like the Utah Jazz. Everybody know the Jazz. Salt Lake City ain't got shit going on. If you want to go out and do shit as an NBA player, so like you have no choice but to do the homegrown route with a place like that. You can't market Green Bay like, come to Green Bay, man. It's a great place to go vacation. No, bro, come on. Nigga, that's a town, ain't even a city. Because they're the only team with open ownership stock. If that is the correct term. Yeah. And Green Bay cold as fuck too. Yeah, can't forget about that. And niggas don't like the cold. Niggas don't like the cold. They Green Bay dry as hell. So Eagles Packers NFC Championship game. Hey, Brazil rematch. Heard Charles Woodson. You heard that's why Charles Woodson didn't like it there at first. I mean, shit. What you gonna do? Like I said, what you gonna do in Green Bay? Like I mean, if you like solely just locked in on football, it's like that's all I'm gonna do and just lock in and focus on that. Oh, that's the perfect place because you ain't gonna be distracted. Ain't shit else to do. There ain't gonna be a bunch of hoes distracting you. Versus if you playing a place like Miami, LA, Atlanta, Vegas, you know, yeah, New York. But in Green Bay, oh man, you could lock in, bro. You could damn near be a monk. Man, I hate when they don't show the shit. Yeah, 0.02 fantasy points. You live in Green Bay, ain't shit to do other than watch the Packers. You got to drive to Milwaukee to have activities. Someone said, I already answered Travis Hunter shit. We already talked about that. Yeah, Milwaukee. I feel like I don't know if I'm just seeing the bad parts of Milwaukee, but like them damn Kia boys and shit, bro. It make Milwaukee not seem like a place I want to go. I don't know if maybe they just showing the bad shit and there's some good shit, but from what I've seen in Milwaukee, it don't seem like a place I just want to go visit. Damn sure if you drive a Hyundai Sonata or a Kia, oh hell no, that shit gonna get stolen. You really gonna be in GTA then, motherfucker. I think Sam Darnold gets it done this year versus the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. I do say Minnesota is the dark. Okay, yeah. I don't know why they have a pull down refresh option. What GTA Milwaukee a GTA server now? Said Connecticut is the place to go. What they got in Connecticut, bro? I gotta know. I know Connecticut got a lot of white people. I do know that much. I don't know. This might be dated, but I know I remember reading. think it was 20. Shit, it might have been two. I might have been in college still. It was like 2015. They were like saying, like rating the best places to meet attractive women and stuff, the best states. And it was like Oklahoma was at the bottom. It was like Oklahoma and Mississippi were at the bottom. At the top, I think it was like Connecticut. It was like New York, Connecticut, and I forgot the other state. I don't know if it was Texas or yeah, it had to been Texas or something. But I remember Connecticut was like in that top 5. Say all the Midwest whack. I don't know. I heard Naptown popping up. Yeah, that's definitely got to be a fucking troll. Plot twist. I like orange soda, bitch. Fuck you thought this was, nigga. But nah, yeah. You gotta do better than that if you're gonna troll, dog. All right, what y'all got? So whoever said Connecticut lion hardly, they just said attractive women. They didn't say there's a bunch. They just said they got fine ass hoes. That's all I know. Damn it, show the fucking bruh. I hate when I do that shit. Okay. So the only time you knew about that city was Cuckoo Cow song by my projects. Never heard the song. So the Mohican Sun Casino in Connecticut looks cool. Yeah, I've never been to Connecticut before. I just assume it's a bunch of white people. I ain't gonna lie. Connecticut home of Vince McMahon. So MIA got it, Miami got it. I'm not surprised. Only thing about a place like Miami is one of the places, cities, should I say, is a little too superficial. And like the one thing that I like about living in the South, in not like the main, I guess the mainstream South, like Atlanta, Miami, Houston, is like you ain't gotta worry about BBLs and shit like that. Like this shit natural. Ain't no goddamn BBLs. You might see some lip fillers here and there, fake tits here and there, but you ain't seen no BBLs. I don't rock with that shit. You can just get on the Stairmaster, motherfucker. I don't know where Life Jen is from, man. I thought he was from Chicago. I haven't heard a single artist from Connecticut, to my knowledge. Came out in the early 2000s. I don't even remember that song. Wait, hold up. The UConn's women's sports teams be having baddies though, so they might be right. They're right. Cornford. Exactly. And you got all these damn hills and stuff, so you gonna walk up some hills regardless. You gonna get that Stairmaster action in regardless. Now Mississippi, I was disrespecting anybody from Mississippi. Got a lot of obese people. I'm just saying, a lot of. I don't know if they got some fine ones down there, but hey, I just seen a lot of obese ones. To Milwaukee, what you talking about? Oh shit, he from Ohio. Okay. Yeah, I don't know a whole lot of people from Milwaukee, at least famous people. Shit, homeboy. I think what's his name? Nigga got punched in the face. Jordan Poole. I think Jordan Poole from Milwaukee, and that's probably the only one I can think of. So he from Milwaukee. Okay. All right, man. I'm finna get on out of here, man. It's been fun chopping it up with y'all. We're gonna be back on Thursday. NFL pregame pick'em, usual time, 10:25, 10:30 p.m. CPT. Ring your notification bell. If you haven't joined the Discord, click that link. It's at the top of this chat somewhere. Should be pinned up top. Other than that, man, y'all have a good night, and we out.